watching Cityline Reel on Menopause, and we're going to take a pause now and talk about what's good about this stage in life. I've been waiting for this segment. Kathy, you say this is a time of empowerment. Yes, Kathy is here. Empowerment for women and a time to rediscover yourself, right?
I fully agree. Dr. Christian Northrup, who's an American doctor, says that menopause is the time in life when a woman gives birth to herself.
Oh, that's a beautiful thing.
Let's let that soak in for a minute.
Yes.
That is really what it's all about. Now, it isn't all roses and picnics for many ladies. I gotta say, I'm aware of that. But for some people it is, and it can be a very beautiful time of life, depending on how we want to look at it, right?
Okay, all right. Well, I love that we're talking about this and we're looking at the empowerment of it all. Let's focus on what women need to focus on in order to switch the mindset, because a lot of it is going to be about how we approach this.
Of course. And we need to recognize, Tracy, there are gifts and challenges at this transition in life. And sometimes those gifts feel like challenges.
Right.
And that is entirely intentional on nature's part, because we're being invited to step into our authentic truth instead of feeling like we're victims of life. You know, that's how we approach menopause. Oh, this thing's going to happen to me. But if we empower ourselves, educate ourselves, and use our thoughts for good, we can actually take charge of what's happening in many, many cases.
Yes.
So we have to watch our thoughts.
Yeah.
We have to be careful. Learn to speak kindly to yourself. Learn to speak kindly about yourself when it comes to other people. I think these are two keys. And do some inner exploring. You know, when we're setting ourselves up for the next chapter, we need to ask ourselves some questions. And as a happiness expert, I'm always looking for ways to support people when it comes to feeling good.
Yes.
So questions like, what do I love?
Yes.
What lights me up? How can I express my creative energy? And where do I need boundaries in my relationships? That's something we talk about a lot.
We do, because when you start to put up boundaries, there are people that won't like that. And they will make it very clear they don't like it. But just because they don't like it doesn't mean it's something you shouldn't do.
Exactly.
Maybe they don't like it because they're not getting what they need to get from you anymore. And maybe that's more healthy for you to be putting up that boundary.
Thus, menopause can be a very beautiful time of life.
Yes.
You know, even in the word menopause, there's the word pause.
Yes.
Because I feel it's very important for women to stop and reflect on where we are with our own personal development. You know, women who have managed to avoid self-examination may find menopause challenging, because our lives are meant to be examined so we can figure out where we want to improve them, right?
Yes.
And so we want to look at how we can unplug from habits that don't serve, i.e., unplugging from the need to have everybody's good opinion of you.
Yep.
Unplugging from the people-pleasing habits that we may have learned as young women that helped us skate through life, but now really, I mean, enough. And focus on our adventure, what's happening in your life, instead of being overly invested in how other people are living their life. So courage, you know, I talk a lot about courage. It is our superpower, and we need to ask courage to help us surround ourselves with like-minded people, not necessarily people in our age bracket, but people who are like-minded. And then we want to release people who make us feel like we have to play small, or who may sabotage our efforts when it comes to living our best life.
Yes.
So I want to encourage people, ask yourself, who do I want to be? What do I want at this stage of life? And how do I want to live my life? And then don't kid yourself. You're amazing at every phase and every stage of your life, but you have to accept that that is the truth and give yourself permission to believe in that. And remember that the more experience you have behind you, the more wisdom you have to tap into so that you can make choices and decisions that are right.
It makes me happy that we're talking about being empowered, because when I think about 20-year-old me, there's no way I would be in a position to be putting up the boundaries that I put up now that are making my life so good.
Exactly.
So age happens for a reason, and there are things to look forward to within that age. For you, you were able to actually reinvent yourself. So we talk about doing the work. You did the work. And what happened on the other side of that work?
Well, confidence.
Yes.
Because courage, practiced over and over and over and over and over again, helps you take risk, which shows you, oh, I didn't die, nobody, you know, no big thing happened, maybe I'll try some more. So you become confident in yourself at this stage of life, and you recognize nobody else has your voice. Only you have your voice. So find what it is for you that lights you up. Find what it is for you that is your gift that you can serve in the world with. That's what middle-aged women need to look at. Everybody has something.
Yeah.
And we're not washed up. We're not done. This is a false truth, but it's a truth that people believe. It's false.
Yeah.
And we need to look at how we can empower ourselves. Conversations like this are liberating.
Yeah.
I'm sure people are feeling like they feel seen and heard and valued and appreciated, which is what we want.
Yeah, we're going to continue to buck the trend and,
Yes.
and basically turn the whole thing on its head.
Yes, yes.
So that there is such a huge amount of respect for women who have gotten to this point in their life
Yep.
and they are dominating.
Yep.
And we've got so much life ahead of us. So you own that. And this conversation is just the beginning of that. Kathie, I love you so much.
I
Thank
love you too, sweetie.
Love you. It's so empowering to give permission to pause and reflect. Time for a break. We're going to see you all on the other side. Stay with us.